Yes, hello everybody. Alexander Morari here from ITKeyMedia, and we are again meeting a wonderful co-founder of a great CEE-based startup in pre-Series A. Our guest today is Gerda Jurkoniene, the co-founder of Okredo. And the Okredo is a SaaS open data platform that provides companies of all sizes with tools and tools to assess the credit risk and financial position of existing and potential counterparties. So basically, this is a database marketplace, you could say.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Yes, hello. Should I say, what's this? Labas Vakaras, right? This is the correct one?
Labas Vakaras, perfect.
Labas Vakaras. Now, jumping into round one, so I understand in a nutshell, this is a marketplace for data.
Yes.
Gathering, collecting, analyzing, distributing, using in by the stakeholders. Okay, now let's start with these then with the stakeholders for this marketplace. Who are the players on your marketplace?
The players are either freemium yellow pages, ex-yellow pages, either state registers, either credit bureaus, which have some data. But actually, we saw that there is a need in the market for an open data platform to provide insights about companies, financial ratios, credit limits, company values, and other data important for sales increase or credit risk assessment. So at the moment, we see that there is a potential for such a platform all over Europe. So that's why we think that it's perfect timing for this business model. Why?
Because all the European directives and open data kind of trend and so on. Okay.
Yes, last year it was confirmed European Union Open Data Directive, upon which all countries will have to open their data about companies and other things. So yes, that's perfect timing now.
Yeah, at least in the European Union. And by the way, not all European initiatives in this respect are copied by global players, and more specifically, UK now, US, Australia. Would this mean that your business model is somehow limited to European Union? Or do you see life after European Union as well?
At this period of time, like 5 years plan, we see that we are scaling in Europe. But of course, later we think that all the trend will go worldwide. So yeah, there is a possibility to go there as well.
Okay. So again, correct me if I'm wrong. If I am looking for a business partner in a country that is covered by your platform, I will be able to find critical information on your database, critical information before I start interacting with the company, because you give information about their debt servicing history, so to say, like how much debt they have, and then credit rating,
financial ratios. Yeah. So actually, you take a half minute and you see is it a reliable partner or not, and then you'll go deeper and seek for a lot more information and more data to assess the risk of this partner.
Yeah. And we discussed it previously. I think you also mentioned that you can go as far, as deep into a company as to know the structure of a company, the capital ties of key personnel in the company. And between the different SPVs in the group and so on. And then as far as even description of a car fleet, right, by this counterparty. Yes. Okay, interesting.
Yes.
And all of this.
Actually, business linkages is one of the most popular our product where we show linkages about shareholders, board members, CEOs. So that's very popular. Historical data and actual now. So yeah, this is very popular product.
And look, and all of this information is collected by you from open data sources, public domain information. There is nothing that goes beyond any, paywall or some other limitations that I would not be able to find myself. And you invest into this. Like, for example, in London, there was a company, I think it's called Dacha, D-A-T-S-C-H-A, Dacha. And what they're doing is they are collecting details about land plots in London, all over London. But to collect this data, what they do, their barriers of entry is they actually million or a couple of million pounds yearly to apply for information about a land plot, and then they put it together in their own marketplace. I think they have the right for this, like maybe a license or something. This is not like this on your marketplace.
No. So actually we collect, either we buy, either we collect open data, then we aggregate them, interpret them, and our USP that we give not only raw data from direct sources, like transferring, we give insights as well. We give scores, we give similar companies according to some criteria and other added value products. So our goal is that the user spends a half minute and they see what the situation of the company is, and they don't need to go to 30 or 40 different sources and to analyze this data. And of course we have unique data as well, because our users can supply and submit their debtors to the system. So it means that it is unique data, negative data, which affects credit score as well, because it shows negative payment behavior.
Yeah, so that's important. Not only collected by you, but also user-driven data enrichment, you could say, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay. And actually now we are modeling as well user behavior score, when the user behavior, what searches they make about what companies at what time of the day, etc., affects the risk of the company as well. So users create data as well.
Yeah. User behavior, as you say, or any action, of course. Okay, interesting. How many companies or users? No, let's focus on paying customers right now on the platform.
So at the moment we have about 2,000 premium customers, which it's not enough for them premium data. They want to have more access to more data, and they are paying for premium packages. Yeah, so almost 2,000 companies.
Yeah. And so your packages are what, 299 euros, 499 euros, and up to 849 euros, right? Depending on the number.
Up to unlimited. It depends on the needs.
Okay, up to unlimited. Do you have any client who is unlimited?
No, but there is no like ground that this is the highest and it's no more. So if the company comes and they need a lot data, so yeah, the price differs, of course.
Yeah, this is what I have in mind, of course. This like enterprise package. Okay.
Yes.
Let's dream a little bit. Who would be this ideal? Let's say dream kind of a client that would need I don't know, let's say 10 times, like 8,000 or 10K or whatever, that you would say you're open up the whole marketplace. Who this could be? State? Probably
no,
not.
Actually it's medium companies which have many companies, clients in their portfolio. For example, fuel companies, and they have, for example, 5 or 10,000 companies, and they need a lot of data integrated into their processes. They need our web decision for their salespeople. So our ideal client is the company which needs data in all cycle working of with client stages or cycle of client. So they are looking for the new customers based on data. They are evaluating current clients based on data. They are monitoring. They are submitting debtors and evaluating their risk, etc. So all 4 stages of working with clients.
So one of the consequences could be, if I have a multitude of clients, like in thousands or tens of thousands, let's say, then and your information is verified and reliable enough, probably it means also my pricing policy can be simplified, because I can bundle clients into separate groups. And then if I'm an insurance company, for example, right, I can almost automatically do the risk estimate, risk mitigation or risk estimation, basically, and then come up with the formula for premium on my service or something else. Yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah, and actually we see the new trend that creditors are coming with risk-based pre-offers. They are not waiting while the company or the client comes to them and applies for the service or for the credit. So they analyze their risk in advance, and then they go with pre-offer, which is based on on risk evaluation with the proactively. They're not waiting while the client comes to them and knock to the door and ask for the service.
Even probably winning.
So risk-based pricing is yesterday day. Risk-based pre-offers is tomorrow, actually, and today. Yeah. in the future. Because risk-based pricing, it means that you are waiting while the client comes to you, and then you're evaluating and diversifying the risk, diversifying the pricing. But the future is that you should be proactive and evaluate the risk and come to the client with your pre-offer.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, wow, interesting. Never thought of that. That all the banks, currently all the banks basically on residential loans or business loans are acting reactively. You come, they evaluate you, and then give you a
Yes.
diagnosis. And what you
And
say?
actually now we're in progress with the product we call it like lead generating. Well, the creditor comes to us and we are generating to them leads, and they preparing now the risk-based pre-offers. So we'll see that will be the pilot project in our platform.
Yeah, interesting. And then the bank or insurance company or similar can basically with low, let's say, workload and low investment. I mean, relatively low investment. Try and pitch a client that has not even thought of applying or using the services.
Exactly.
And if you do this on scale, then of course this conversion could also justify your services in marketplace and so on. Okay. And so this user created kind of data or user contributed data, how verifiable this is, or are you relying on conscious subconscious effects of something like, you know, reputation economy, like we have in Uber interaction with drivers and so on and so on. If you're behaving bad, they give you a bad you know, evaluation, and then next time you have to wait longer for somebody who would take up the risk on you. So now, how do you verify data from the customers? Or you don't? I mean,
actually,
you
we are modeling this product, this score now, and the effectiveness of the score is measured by such a coefficient called Gini coefficient. So we have to reach 40%. So we hope that we will reach, and now we are modeling this. Key data comes from Google Analytics, and we merge with the other data we have about that users or companies they represent, and then we'll see. So, but
what I mean
is Gini is reliable. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just have a checkpoint here. So what I mean is, I have a counterparty, a business partner, and even before there's actual liability, a reason, I am sharing details of our business transaction, and maybe I'm a little bit 2-3 weeks ahead of actual liability to appear, and then I contributed this to your database just to be spiteful, you know, to my partner, just because I don't like them or whatever. How do you verify this? Or if this comes up, then you penalize me, right? If it doesn't come up,
yeah, actually they sign online the rules that creditors take responsibility for data reliability, and they are responsible for the consequences. If the debtor, for example, is coming and claiming to the court, so they will take the consequences. We are, as I said, the marketplace, the platform. We cannot verify all the records. Either it's from legal, reliable sources, such as state registers or other open data sources, either from users, but then they take the responsibility for the consequences.
How long was or has your marketplace been live and active?
Actually, we previously worked with another name and another platform like MVP stage, and Okredo platform was launched last July. And the key thing and the key reason why we changed the platform from scratch is to prepare it for scaling. So now we need from 12 to 20 weeks to scale to another country. And that's why everything was reprogrammed from scratch, actually. So it took for us 10,000 IT hours to create, to develop, and to launch Okredo platform.
Yeah, okay. So there's a prehistory to Okredo itself. Okay, and who created the name itself? Okredo, right? Like, it means what? If there is anything,
it means like credibility, that it's reliable. And actually, we had brand essence 3 or 4 sessions with consultants, with the strategic consultants, and strategy consultants, and we want that data we provide would be credible and reliable. So that's why Okredo, that you can trust it.
I think it's not a far-fetched, probably try to translate it from Latin as, oh, I believe. Oh, credo.
I believe, I trust, credo, yes.
Oh, trust, yeah, okay, interesting. I see, yeah, interesting. Yeah, on the financial side, like how, can you already share some details about your MRR, or what's the trend? What are your financial plans for 2022 in absolute figures, or in percentages, or in deltas, kind of thing?
So actually, last year we grew up for 66%. Regarding revenues, this year we want to double it, so we want to grow twice. And the countries we're scaling is Latvia, Poland this year, and then we'll see what other countries. It can be changes due to the situation, what countries will open their data. So we are agile, and we can re-navigate the directions.
So you say
this year it's Latvia and Poland, yeah.
Okay, I mean, big enough, because I think between Lithuania and Latvia there might be more similarities than with Poland, I guess. And let's compare Poland and Lithuania now. What would you say are the key challenges in go-to-market strategy execution in Poland?
I say it's like no brand, and the infrastructure, the creating of infrastructure of partnerships, because there are key three, I would say, areas where partnerships are very important for us. It's accounting systems, ERP, CRM systems, and financing sector. So we will enable our network there and look for partnerships at this stage of scaling. So that's a very important challenge we want to overcome.
Yeah, okay, great. Gerda, let's move on. Round two, competitors. Who would you say are your competitors?
We are saying that they are partners and looking for the partners everywhere. Actually, competitors can be all the data providers, state registers, yellow pages, credit bureaus, credit insurance companies, debt collection companies. But we have real good cases here in Lithuania, now preparing for Latvia as well, and we hope that it will work in Poland as well, when we look for the synergy, win-win situation, and we cooperate with them. So we see more value from partnerships than competition. Okay,
interesting. So meaning there's nobody, or very few, or you don't want to name them, who's trying to combine and to make and relatively all-inclusive, you could say, like marketplace or place where all the streams of data are collected. And not only collected, but also digested properly for different use cases. So there's none like that.
If some closed systems, they will decide to open their data, then it can be competition, either contribution and cooperation with us. But at the moment, such business model is new, and the leaders in Europe are Scandinavian countries and UK, because they opened data 5 or 7 years ago. Some countries, they didn't wait the direction, European Union direction. So yeah, they are leaders here and benchmark for us.
Can I ask you a provocative question? Somewhere down the road, have you thought already of maybe activating your database and activating your clientele, so to say, through offering financial products to them directly? Because you have already lots of information yourself, right?
We are thinking about that because the next functionality we're planning to integrate is open banking.
Yeah.
And if, for example, the SME companies see that they is not satisfied by their score, they will be able to provide their account information. And then if we see, for example, lack of cash, we, together with some creditors, can offer them financing, some pre-offers or deals. Yeah. Vice versa, if we see that there is overload of cash, we can provide them investment tools or decisions
Okay.
together with some partners. So open banking, that will be the functionality which would open window to such type of services.
Which you will be able to jump into already having all the elements of or ingredients for success recipe there, right? Data,
Yes.
clients, knowledge about those clients or users in this case. Okay, wow, interesting. This topic alone could be a focus for a whole chat, I think, and a whole podcast.
Yeah.
But let's close it now and move on. I know you are pushed for, I mean, you're pressed for time. Round 3, quick Q&A, and just one question: what are your best productivity hacks? Not the tools, but the way you do things. How do you manage to be on top and successful?
I prefer just do it, not overthink how perfect the product or the idea should be, and not to spend so much time on developing the idea. Just doing and learning by doing. So I think when you do, you learn more and more, and especially in startup mind, it's the most important thing to do it, to be agile, and to have some key scenarios and to know where you go. The road can change, but the direction should be clear where you want to go.
Okay, just do it. So you don't believe in creative procrastination and so on. Just do it.
I believe, but in startup life, there is no time for that.
Wow, amazing. Okay. Good. Yes, interesting. I mean, this is strong enough and definitely should be effective for many founders. Gerda, let's move on. Let's combine company and round 4 and round 5, company and funding for the future or investment history. Now, as far as the company, I understand there's a team of co-founders, Gerda, yourself, also Dalia Mazekaite, Janius Skerius. And so you all guys, from what I remember, have big history before this startup, history in adjacent of very
data
like
industry.
yeah, this is what I wanted to say. So that's a combination. Okay, and you're complementing each other. How many people in the team right now?
24, and 6 are in the progress onboarding and like searching and hunting.
Interesting. All based in the office or remote?
50-50, yeah. Sales and some of IT are in office, very nice actually office, and management and some other analytic people, they are working remotely.
Okay, so funding by now I understand as far as Okredo itself, and Okredo is a separate entity, right? Registered as a separate company.
Okredo. Yeah.
You call it Okredo, sorry, Okredo.
Yeah.
Now, as far as funding, 1 million euro as a seed round, right, raised by now. And among your investors are famous startup Wise Guys Accelerator Program, but also what, Lithuanian Business Angels Network and Presto Ventures, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it was last November, mid-November 2021. Now, when do you plan the next round?
We are planning to start it in autumn, second half year actually. So I think at the end of this year. So yeah, after we scale to Poland. So the key thing is scaling to Poland and integrating open banking functionality to the system, and then we starting a new round.
What's your best? I mean, what's your ideal or best highest achievable MRR by end of 22?
150,000
euros.
Yes.
I mean, okay, amazing. And how many times this is the how much Xing is involved here? We are now recording this in the beginning. I mean, what February, right? 2022. So it's how many X's is there? 150 by the end versus today's MRR would be how many X's?
2 point something.
2 point something X for during a year, and that's just one non-Baltic market, you could say, right?
Yeah.
Gerda, amazing. It seems like you found a couple of interesting ways and data streams, how to put them together and do the magic, so that the product and the on the outcome, I mean on the exit, is interesting for I think not only for many SME companies, but at some point would also enable your company to become, I'm not afraid to say that, to become probably a very effective banking institution or financing institution yourself. In any case, Gerda, thanks a lot. Congratulations with what's been done by now. Success. I wish you success with expansion to Poland. Poland currently is not a very easy place to do business.
Yeah.
Have in mind that also the next year, 2023, is also politically loaded year. There's a huge election as well ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And wish all the best. Thank you very much. We'll be following your successes on ITKeyMedia.
Thank you, Alex. It was a pleasure for me.
Cheers. All the best. Bye-bye. And a special bonus for those that watched this podcast until the end. Gerda, you worked on the corporate side and on the startup kind of side of things as well in business. What do you think is the most striking difference between corporate and a corpo and startup?
I think the whole team and every team member has to have the key feature or the character feature is to be agile. And for me, the symbol of agility is walking trees. In Ecuador, there are such a type of palms which over the year, they move from 2 to 3 meters to seek for more sun, for more water, and for them suitable circumstances and how to say ground or other things. So the more agile you are, the more faster you are, and those will survive. Not the biggest one, but the most agile ones. So that's the main difference from startup life and corporate life. You have to be agile.
So in a nutshell, if you think you are working in a forest, become a walking tree to gain more. Thank you very much, Gerda. All the best. Bye.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Alex. Bye.